Hello everybody and welcome back to Belly Dance Fitness and to today's core focused workout. We're going to spend the next half hour working those obliques, working the lower abdominals, the pelvic floor muscles with moves that are going to make you feel strong, grounded, cinch your waist and tone up those muscles that are your foundation and strength for all your daily movements. This is a level 1 total beginner friendly class, and I will also try and remember to give some progressions for those of you who are not total beginners and need a little more of a challenge. So if you're ready to have some fun getting fit with me, let's get started. Let's begin with our warm-up. Let's stretch the arms up overhead, breathing in and breathing down. Breathing in, breathing out, arms down, but energy in the arms, pushing through the fingers. Really extending, warming it all up, keeping the arms above the head. We're reaching and reaching. So reaching through the side of the chest like someone was pulling your fingers up and up. Good. Warming up the arms, the shoulders and the obliques here. Arms to the side, let's bend. Bending at the waist in your own range of motion. Good. Breathing. We're going to roll the shoulders. Roll and roll. Take the feet a little bit wider and do a little plie as well. Just bending the knees gently. Getting the blood flowing, warming up all those muscles. Rolling 1 and 1. Opening the chest up a bit as well here. You can go at a slower pace if you need to. Don't worry about right or wrong. We're just moving, we're just warming up. Good, let's circle the hips. And circle. Again, in your own range of motion. It can be a small circle. That's just fine. And the other way. Good. We're just going to scoop, just swaying the hips from side to side. Again, this isn't a technical move. We're just getting everything moving. Sway and sway and sway. Good. Feet together, lifting and lowering in the ankles and the heels. Excellent. Circling the knees. And the other way. Circle. Excellent. Coming up, we're reaching to the side, side, side. You should feel a nice little stretch here on the side of the obliques. Keep breathing. Good. Bring the feet together, softening the knees and lifting and lowering. Going into our piston hips a little here. Bam, bam. If you've never done this before, don't worry. Just have fun with it. Try and emulate what I'm doing to the best of your ability. We're bending and straightening the knees. And lifting and lowering the hips. Bam, 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 bam. Good. All right, we're just waiting here for 10 seconds because we're only just warming up. We don't really need a break yet. We're going straight into our first move, which is the Maya. So, again, just enjoy it, have fun with it. All right, we're gonna just focus on the right hip for right now. We are gonna think of lifting. Let's do that a few times. Lift, so really squeezing in the obliques, lifting that right hip up. Squeeze. Good, now we're going to squeeze and push. Squeeze and push, come back. Squeeze and push, come back. Squeeze, very nice. Let's try the other side. Squeeze and push. Squeeze and push. Squeeze, push the hip and squeeze like you're pushing your weight all the way over that left leg. Other side, squeeze and push. Now we're gonna drop that hip and come back. Let's go again. Lifting, pushing the hip out, now dropping the hip, so bending the knee and bringing it back again. It can be a very small slide, doesn't have to be so far. And in, other side, lift and slide. Now bend that knee, push that hip down and come in. Use the obliques, squeeze and slide. Drop the knee and in. Let's go again. Lift and slide. Don't overthink it too much, just let it go. Whatever's happening is fine. And slide. And down. Let's go back to the other side. Squeeze and slide. And down. And in. And squeeze. And slide. Keeping the chest lifted if you can and breathing. Now, we're going to try and smooth that out. So we're drawing a bit of a circle here with that hip. Lifting, sliding, lowering. The knee is working almost like you're on a bicycle. Down, up, and down, and up. Let's go the other side. Up, down, up, and down, and up, and down. Very good. Up, and down, and up. Let's go to each side. So we're going 1 and 2. Other side. 1 and 2. Other side. Little quicker. 1, 2. Other side. 1. So quicker means smaller. So it's very small. And around. Around. Really get into the floor. You're nearly there. You're there. Well done. Shake it out. Relax a little bit. Shake out the thighs, the obliques, anything that was holding on and tensing. Because we are going to keep with our Mayas, but this time we are going to do our reverse Mayas. So we're going to be thinking of that same move, but the other way around. So bending the knees. We're going to drop the hip and circle it up. Good. And again. Drop, slide, lift, and in. Drop, slide, lift. So exactly the same, but the opposite. Lift and in. Drop, slide, lift. Let's try the other side. We're dropping, sliding, lifting, and in. Again, drop the hip, slide the hip, lift the hip, and in. Drop. Using the knee, and in. Bend, slide, lift. Let's go the other way. Try and make it into a circle now. You can use the heel, lifting it off the floor. That can really help. So try it both ways and see which one you find easier. Again, don't be too bogged down with trying to get the technique perfect. Just enjoy. This is so good for your obliques, for your pelvic floor, for your muscular control. Other side. Bending, lifting. Bending, swinging, lifting. Bending, swinging, lifting. Bending, swinging, lifting. Bending, swinging, lifting. Good. Other side. We're bending, swinging, lifting. Bend, swing, lift. Swing might give the wrong impression. It's more of a slide, but I don't mean swing. But it's a little bit of a swing, a sway, a slide. Other side. Bend, slide, up. Bend, slide, up. Down, around. Down. Let's try to alternate. So 1 and 1. You're making a figure 8. Up and in. We're going up and in. Up and in. Up and in. Juicy hips. Up. Breathing. Up and in. Up and in. Up. Good. Keeping the pelvic floor engaged. Slight tuck. You shouldn't be arching in the lower back. Any pain in the lower back, you might be overarching, so just check that. In. A little bit longer here. In. And in. Keep breathing. In. And in. And in. Beautiful. and in, and in, and in, and in. Well done, relax. Breathe a little bit deeper here. Let loose all those belly muscles. All the muscles that have been working just now. Relax them all. If you want to see this move broken down more, you can check out my Patreon, where I have lots of technique and combo videos. All right, ready for this one now? We're working on our twist. So knees are a little bit straighter, not locked, but straighter. Chest lifted, pelvis tucked. Think of the right hip going forward and release. Forward and release. Forward and release. So we're making it kind of a sharp move here. So squeezing the abdominals and pushing the hip forward. Squeeze and squeeze. Let's go to the left. Forward and release. Squeeze, release. Really keep it all engaged here. Squeeze, not like super rigid, but tension. There should be tension. There should be awakeness. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Other side, squeeze. A little quicker, squeeze. So quicker, smaller. So it's going to be a smaller move. Squeeze, squeeze. Other side. Bam, bam, bam. Accenting just one hip, release. Bam, bam, good. All right, now we're alternating. So we're going 1, 2, but softer. So this time we're not making that big sharp accent. We're just softly rotating the hips and twisting. Let's try a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Keep it small. And breathe, because it's very normal to get stitches when you're twisting. So keep breathing. And if you do get a stitch, stop, breathe it out, and then come back. Good. Let's go a little bit quicker. Taka, 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 taka. Good. So it's really small. And this can be tricky to get the feeling of at the beginning. So just try, play, mess it up, fluff around, it's fine. Good. Breathe. All right, we are going 2 accents. 1, 2, and twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that all again. And 1, either side, and twist. For those of you who have been doing this for a while, you can try some alternating of levels. So bending and lifting. Bending and lifting, and lifting. Accent, 1, 2, and twist. Breathe. Well done. Breathe, relax, relax everything. Give it all a moment to recover, to come back. Ooh, a little massage, a little bit of love for those muscles. We're going to be looking at our figure 8s now, but a core figure 8. So it's slightly different than ones we've done before. So feet under the hips, slight bend in the knee, tuck the pelvis, lift the chest. We're going to draw a figure 8 with our hips. So we're thinking of the hip going forward and back, but let's focus on one hip first, because we're really tuning into those abdominal muscles here. The core is pulling and releasing back, pulling forward, releasing back, pulling forward. Let's try the other side, pull forward. So this is different than our other ones because we're not using a change of weight. Normally when we do our figure 8s, we've been doing them big in the hips and moving our weight from foot to foot. This one, you want to try and keep your weight really in the middle and push through the obliques. This might be a bit challenging, so again, don't worry, just try it, try and feel it, try and connect to those muscles. Try and imagine your hips doing a really small horizontal wiping the table motion like this. Good. And squeezing in the obliques. And really using the feet into the floor. So that's why our knees are more on the straight side, so we can get that sort of level of support to move the hips. Because if we bent the hips, then we would start to get more rotation and lifting in the vertical zone. So keeping these a little more straight. Don't lock them, please, but straighter. And rotate, rotate. Really small, isolate those abdominal muscles to the best of your ability and breathe. Chest lifted, tucked here in the lower abdominals, yeah? No arching in that lower back. I'll show you from the side. It's really small. And around. What can help actually is pressing your hands together because it lights up the core and that can help you to find those muscles. Press the hands together and feel those core muscles. Let me know if this helps, if this pressing of the hands, if you feel it more or not so much. Breathe. Nearly there. You can go at a slower pace if you need to. And around. And around, and around, and around. Well done. Relax. Shake out anything that needs shaking out. We've got one more little set of moves. This is a combination this time before we go into our choreography. So, checking your posture, bending the knees, tucking the pelvis, lifting the chest. We're going to be looking at our pelvic tucks. So, can never get enough of pelvic tucks. I think they're my favorite. Squeezing in those lower abdominals. One hand here, one hand here. In, out, in, out. So remember, when we're out, we're not arching. We're just coming back to neutral. To relax, squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. Squeeze in the pelvic floor. Squeeze. Super good for your pelvic floor health. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Good. Release, release. Go slower if you need to. And squeeze, release, squeeze, and squeeze, and breathe. All right. Squeeze, lift, release, lift, squeeze, lift, release, squeeze, lift. So thinking squeeze, squeeze, relax, squeeze, 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 relax, squeeze, 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 relax. Go the other way. Squeeze, squeeze, and up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and breathe. So this is gonna become an Omi in a minute. Let's go the other way. Squeeze. And smoothing that out. Smoothing that out into a circle. So now, because we're bending our knees, we're getting hip movement this way as well. So it's all going around the pelvic floor and around. Let's go the other way, around. Breathe. Remember, don't push too hard on the back part of the movement. Don't arch too much in the lower back. No pinching, no pain in the lower back. Other way. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Again. 1. Squeeze, squeeze, and 1. And 2. And 3. Excellent. One more time. Squeeze, 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 and circle. Circle, circle, and circle. Well done. All right, you've made it through all the moves. Now we're going to be using those in a choreography. We're going to dance through the whole choreography twice. Very repetitive as always. The verses are going to repeat, the choruses are going to repeat. So just follow along the first few times to get into the hang of it. So, whatever you like here. And we're going for some piston hips. Starting with our Maya. Ooh, 1. Other side, 1. And 2. Reverse Mayas here. 1. You could either do them at this speed, or I'll show you, you could do them quicker. Hip, twist, accent. 1, 2, twist. Figure 8s. Nice and small, control, twist. Figure 8s. Good. Piston, oh no, pelvic tucks. Omi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Omi the other way. Piston hips. And we repeat it all again. 2. Other way. 1 and 2. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Accent. Bum, bum, twist. Figure 8s. Twist. Breathe. And figure 8s. Tuck. And Omi. Again. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Omi. Amazing. Keep breathing. Piston hips. And again. Is it becoming familiar now? Reverse. And reverse. Reverse. Accent. Let's go the other side this time. Twist. Figure 8s. Again. And figure 8s. Again. Twist. Figure 8s. One more time. And twist. Tuck, tuck. I thought it was the end there. Omi, Omi. Other side. Tuck, 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 tuck. Omi. Well done. Okay, we're gonna do that all again. So stay at that level, or I'm going to show a little bit more ways to make it a little more advanced in doing things a little quicker, or adding some arms. So you can always go back, do that one again, and then try this one later when you feel more ready. Whatever you like here. We're starting with those piston hips. Maya, other way, 1. Reverse a little quicker. Twist, bam, bam. Up and down. Figure 8s. And twist. Figure 8. Pelvic tucks. And Omi. You can play with the speed here. Tuck, tuck. 1, 2, 3. Omi. 1, 2, 3. And we go again. Other way. In and in. Ready with that twist accent. Bam, bam, twist. And figure eights. And twist. Lower, lift, lower, twist. Tuck, tuck. 1, 2, 3. Omi, omi. 1, 2, 3. Tuck, tuck. 1, 2, 3. Omi, omi. 1, 2, 3. And one more time. Let's go. Other side. And in. Accent. Twist. Figure eight with the obliques. Twist. Figure eight. Chorus again. Twist. Figure eight. Enjoy it. And bam, bam. And tuck, tuck. And omi. 1, 2, 3. Get ready with a pose. Amazing, you've done so well. Leave me a comment to let me know how you found that choreography. Which one did you enjoy more? How did you get on with it? And let's cool down. Let's relax those abdominal muscles. Ooh. Have you felt it? I really felt it. All right, standing with the feet wide. Let's reach one arm up. Reaching it up to the corner, getting a nice stretch here across the side. Breathing into it. And a little twist, tiny twist to the back to get a little more of a stretch into the obliques. Coming back to center. Other side, stretching over. Breathing. And a little twist, little tiny twist. No pinching in the lower back. You can put your hand on your hips or your waist if that helps. Breathing. Coming back to center. Let's interlock the fingers, pushing through the shoulder blades and also through the lower spine. Just getting a nice C curve here. Breathing. Congratulating yourself on doing this workout, stretching up, giving your body some time and love and care and attention. It can be so hard to find the time these days, so well done to you. Good. Coming into a little lunge here, stretching the leg back and really feeling into the obliques with this stretch. So not so much about the hamstrings today, a little more about the obliques. So a little lean back in the back. If you can, again, don't arch in the back. Keep it tucked here and stretch. You should feel a nice, gentle stretch here. Breathing into it, keep it square, don't open the hips. Good, let's go to the other side. Breathing in and breathing out, stretching into that space. Nice deep breaths. Amazing. And remember, any of you who are in London, come down to a little squat here. Doesn't have to be low. If any of you are in London, I'm teaching in person, group classes, private lessons in my home studio. Group classes are in City Academy. Different levels. If you're interested, get in touch. I'd love to meet you. Good. And plie. Breathing in, reaching up, and breathing out. One more, cross the arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent work, you amazing person. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Leave me a comment to let me know. Check out my Patreon if you're interested in more content and in seeing these classes ad-free. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.